With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Packers and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
For my money, it's the best time of the year. Playoff football time. It's postseason. mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here comes the... his first carry. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, that's Richie James. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts will get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts throw on target to James. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. Leading them out, it's the rookie out of North Carolina, Sam Howell.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season. Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and it really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, the pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Hurts. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice little juke. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On the delay, here's Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. I'm not sure that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 17, Hurts. Here's Freiermuth again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This to Hines on the drop-off. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On first down, Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. What a 3 days it has been. Just one more half of football remains on this Monday night in Super Wildcard Weekend. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where you see the final score there. Daniel Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for Washington, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Howell.
He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
A give. This is Chubb.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Chubb will get the call running left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, this is Harris. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Harris. Room here to run.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. They'll try the right side with him. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Howell to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off play action, it's Howell. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Weiner taking it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Howell throwing on third down here. That's out to Chubb, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Howell. And he fires one incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Hurts. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Harris running straight ahead. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 64 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the delay, here's Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. They're going to run it with Harris.
And the Packers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that were out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking on a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff, because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be Packer football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
The Packers off. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Now trying to pick it up on 3rd.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnston. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked marked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.
the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading them out, it's the rookie out of North Carolina, Sam Howell.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Howell down to throw it. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force going down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Howell. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Still leaves him at 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Now Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. Gets by him at the 25.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Washington offense heading out.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Chubb on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mixon with a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Again, Wilson will keep it. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Commanders.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Wilson. To Mixon on the check down. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
2nd and 10, Howell.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Throwing here, Howell.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Howell to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Howell.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb
down at the 25.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now he'll look to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Howell.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down throw for Howell.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And here now come the Falcons. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, second down. Here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll give it to Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons have moved out in front. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A give running right is Chubb. Shifts past him at the 45.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Powell. And that is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Washington. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Well, the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it's the Chicago Bears who are moving on as they eliminate the Minnesota Vikings. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A handoff to Mixon, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Running left, it's Mixon.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get down.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw is Wilson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 17-yard line.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Dancing, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Alex Highsmith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
To try again after the sack. Howell. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Watch out for Hill on the return.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On first down, Wilson to the right side, and he's got more, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. Flushed out right.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead stretches 16-3 now.
A second field goal here in this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure, and they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Wilson.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Hal to the air on first and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on second and 10. Howell. Got a man. It's Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Hal throwing on first down here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, Howell now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Howell trying to pick it up on third. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now it's Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Wilson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Falcons are moving closer to a day now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin of
Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point
On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.